Hello, hey guys, Alex here from Seasonal Vantage. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. The date today it is the 9th of September 2024. As I'm recording this video, the time now it is about 2:50 p.m. Right now, upstairs it is doing some drilling and construction. So I'm not sure whether you're able to hear this noise while I'm doing this video. I hope it is not. Okay, I hope it doesn't sound very bad when after I did this video. Okay, anyway, all right, so yeah, so just a quick one over there. So tonight there will also be the usual Facebook live and YouTube live as well. So head over to the public live stream to get more of the general market insight. So for this video, I'll just drill into the data stocks and also the watch list that I'm looking out for this coming week, and of course the general market outlook, okay, for the week. Okay, so let's head over to the general chart first, the market. Okay, this is the S&P 500 futures. This is the S&P futures over there. So you can see that, last Friday there was a very quick sudden sell off over there. Okay, last Friday the market for the S&P dropped minus 1.7%. So you can see right now, just purely based on price action itself, the market doesn't look good because price it is actually below the pivot point. You can see the green dotted line over there. So the pivot point it is for the S&P futures is at about 5480 there about. The actual number is 5483, but right now price is below the pivot point. And for the S&P futures, it is just at the lower range of the CPR. So it's acting as a support there. Okay. So all in all, not so good, but you can see the Nasdaq, okay, it is actually completely below the CPR already. Okay. All right. So which means that if there's any rebound, for example, right now as I'm doing this video, the pre-market, okay, S&P, it is actually under S&P, the Nasdaq, it is actually up about 0.6%. So which means that, if price later during the night, okay, price go up, it'll be acting as a resistance. Okay, there could be some resistance preventing it from moving higher. For the Russell 2000, it is also the same. You can see that, previously it was doing very well. After that, sudden sell off, go up again. Okay, and then right now came down again. So again, price is below the CPR completely. So once again, if there is a rebound, the CPR lower range will be acting as a resistance again. So all in all, just based on price action, it is not so good for the market right now. And we are actually in September right now. Okay. And looking at the zero gamma level, right? So previously, based on last Friday level, the 5560 was still the zero gamma level. So you can see that once price has broken below this zero gamma level at 5560, there was a heightened volatility. So you see, after that, there was increase in volatility. There's a spike. Okay, so the S&P dropped 1.73%. The cash index and the Nasdaq, okay, dropped about 2.69%. Okay, so there were a few who asked me, how do I get this? Okay, you can go to the Spot Gamma free tool. Okay, you go to spotgamma.com, right? Under the resources there's the free tool. Okay, go to the free trading tool. Okay, and then there's this free gamma exposure chart, and click on the free gamma curve. If you want to know more about gamma, zero gamma, positive gamma, negative gamma, I can just watch this video at the bottom. You can see over there, okay, somewhere around here, the cross section here, it is about 5550. It's not the exact number here because I'm using another tool, but this tool is good enough for you to see about 5560 is there about. You can use this tool as a gauge, okay, for the zero gamma level. Okay, so this is that. And then what else? Yeah, and all in all, market, I know that, in fact, John actually emailed me and asked me about, everybody is talking about the September volatility, and also the September bearish seasonality, it seems like a bear trap. I agree with him because a lot of people are talking about this September, bearish seasonals. Okay, typically September it is not a good month, and somehow he feels that a lot of people online are looking also very bearish. That makes him a little bit concerned because most of the time majority are wrong. So I'm also quite afraid that I'll be trapped into this bearish mindset. But I told him that I'm ready to switch camp, okay, if price action shows otherwise, okay. But right now, price actions really does show that the market, it is not actually very strong right now. If I add in the Elder Force Index with ATR channel, right? So you can see that, you see for the S&P, okay, it's still not, haven't show a green dot yet, okay. Nasdaq, not yet, okay. Russell 2000 also not yet. So there's still some room to go down if you're looking at this Elder Force Index with ATR channel. So at this price is actually not overextended yet, okay. So none of that is showing a green dot. Like for example, in early August, where there was a green dot, okay, overextended, price rebounded. So as of now, not so good, and and market, it is indeed not so bullish right now, okay. And let's head over to the members area. All right, so the last post I mentioned was on the September 5th. September 5th was last Thursday. Okay. So one of the indicator I watch out is this NYSI, the New York McClellan Summation Index, okay, also the breadth indicator. So starting to decline also. So I mentioned about these three bearish stocks, right? Ecolab, IQVA, and also the Equifax. So for these three, personally, I entered as well because I don't have any position, so I can just go in all three, okay. Yeah, so far all three are so-called positive right now. I'm still holding on to these three stocks, okay. But you can see that Coe, okay, Coe actually just joined not too long ago. All right, can see that she actually exited already, okay. EFX and IQV, okay, shorted, close, and TP. So your take profit level was pretty fast, so yeah, congrats to you, okay. But I'm still holding on to it. So if you guys are holding on to it, okay, taken profit, okay, do share inside this members area. So there are still people who haven't joined this. If you haven't joined this, okay, somehow you just watch this video now, do join the Seasonal Vantage public Telegram group, okay. So I will post the link in this group post as well. All right, and yeah, later I'll go through this NYSI, but previously I also mentioned Gola and Temple CD, right? So for these two, okay, I actually get stopped out. So yeah, market, I told you guys it is not the easiest to trade. I get stopped out. But in hindsight, let's go for a trade review. In hindsight, I should not have traded Gola and also not traded TPS. Of course, this is in hindsight, okay. So if you take a look at Gola GLNG, okay, so this was actually after a pretty nice extended move, and then price start to come down, retest the CPR. All right, and most of the time, okay, price would have got resisted at this area lah. So my bad that I was in a rush, okay, to find something to trade, and this was not actually the best kind of setup lah, okay. All right, because after filtering, that was the only thing that came out. So kind of like, I maybe should I trade it or not? So even though it is not the best kind of setup, I still took the trade lah. So yeah, sometimes it pays not to rush into a trade, and when, if you feel that the setup is not the best, okay, you can forego the trade, okay. Don't take the trade, okay. Be more patient. So once again, this also taught me, okay, be a little bit more patient. So after that, not the best kind of setup in. So yeah, I exited. I get stopped, I exited. Okay. For Temple Silly, it is also pretty much the same. So after that, it was a pretty good upside move, but the pullback was not substantial enough. Okay, I would prefer this kind of pullback. At least there's some meat if go higher, but it did not. So after that, eventually price go down, I also get stop out. So in hindsight, I say in hindsight, okay, not the best kind of setup. Okay, but anyway, it is fine because overall, plus the currently the profitable trades, okay, I think it is still okay. All right, and all in all, I focus on the best seasonal stocks, okay, focus on the setup and your trigger, okay, and also focus on the reward and risk ratio. As long as your reward to risk ratio it is more than 1 for most of the trade, okay, you should be fine even if you lost 50% of the time, which means that if you take 10 trades, okay, if you lost half of it, you are still okay one. Okay, all right, so this is for the past recently for the updates, okay. And NYSI, so this one is the New York McClellan Summation Index. You can see that you go to stock chart, this is the dollar sign NYSI. So as I mentioned right previously, you can see that when they cross down, market start to have a sell off, cross down, market sell off, cross down, market have a sell off, like kind of thing now. So you can see that recently, right now, the market also seems to cross down below the 8 EMA. So once again, I have no idea whether the market will continue to have a steeper sell off, but follow the process as of now. The breadth indicator is telling us that there could be a little bit more downside. Price action wise also not so bullish. So more all in all, I'm still gravitating more towards the bearish side of things, but don't get overly bearish. Okay, at any point in time when it start to turn, okay, I will be getting ready to flip. Okay, but as of now, more gravitating more towards the bearish side. And again, don't have so many positions. So let's say, for example, right now, if you already have so-called 4 or 5 positions already, don't add more. Like for example, if you have already five short position already, okay, don't add another 3 into like 8 sell short position, because what if all of your position are wrong, okay? Then let's say if your risk per trade is, let's say 2%, okay, so let's say if you have 5 trades wrong, okay, you're already down minus 10% already. Okay, all right, if you have 8 trades wrong, okay, means you are down 16% already. Because let's say, for example, you're all holding on to bearish stocks. What if the market suddenly turn very bullish? Okay, then most likely a lot of your position will get stopped out. So for me personally, at most I hold 5 or 6 position. That's it. That's the max. Typically hold about 5 position max. That's it. At most 6. Okay, that's it really. Don't hold too much concentrated position, okay, especially all towards the same side, like long or short. Okay, I hope you guys get my ideas. Okay, so this is for the this thing. And then the stocks that looking out for this week, okay, it is this week it is actually from the 8th of September to 15th of September, Sunday to Sunday lah. Okay, I know I standardize, make it easy, week after week, Sunday to Sunday. Okay, so 8 to 15 of September. So for the bullish stocks and bullish ETF, I can see that there isn't much of stocks and ETF as well. Okay, so so seasonally it also tells us that not the best of the best time. Okay, and for the bearish ETF and bearish stocks, we do have a lot. Okay, this is the bearish ETF here, Okay, yeah. So a lot of these are the US stocks lah, okay, like whether they like emerging or low cap, mid cap, okay, what sectors, what all these are inside. Okay, so I won't go through deeper into that. You can go through it yourself. Okay, but I'll just go through what I'm watching out for. Okay, sorry, before I go into that, okay, I think Melvin actually asked about the crude oil. Sorry, I forgot about that. Okay, the crude oil. Okay, so he asked me, what do I think of oil? Okay, crude oil, it is actually not inside your ETF data list even for the bullish ETF, because the percentage it is not above 90. So for the ETF list, all these lists are okay, at least 90%. Okay, anything below 90, I won't take it. So I believe that crude oil falls below the 90%, could be 85, 80%. But if you take a look at the equity clock based on the futures crude oil, okay, if you know what you're looking for, the equity clock, it is good, but it gives you a rough gauge of what the market it is doing typically for the past 20 years. Okay, so if you know that you're looking for crude oil, then you can head over to equity clock and see. But equity clock does not give you the specific date range like I do. Okay, so only give you a very good chart only. That's it. Okay, all right, as a gauge. Okay, so you can see for the crude oil, typically from early September onwards, because after that, in July, so price has been coming down as like per seasonal clockwork. Okay, so you can see that for the past 20 years, it tends to gravitate higher at the early September. So right now we are in the midst of the early September already, but you can see that it is not like one straight line like that kind, or like what Zoom February, that kind of the best of the best, but it's like going higher. So you expect volatility, not so easy to trade, even though it could be, doesn't mean that it will be, it could be, grinding higher from September maybe until October, that kind of thing. So if you actually take a look at the crude oil right now, crude oil, all right, it is very steep sell-off for the past 1 to 2 weeks, but amazingly, it still did not trigger the Elder Force Index ATR with the dot over there. So it's still not overly extended like this kind, okay, over here, go up, this kind, go up a little bit, that kind of thing, or this kind, okay, go higher. All right, but nevertheless, okay, I'm quite keen on crude oil. So if you know what you are doing, okay, you can sell some of the crude oil futures, options. Okay, for me, most likely I could be, okay, selling, crude oil futures options. That's what I might do. But, if you're asking me to go long, okay, at least you want to wait is for the trigger. So you can see that this is the crude oil futures over there. You can see that this is the day on the Friday where price closed lower than the prior day low. So the prior day low, it is actually 68.75. 68.75. Okay, 68.75. Again, if you're looking at TradingView, this is the use settlement as close on daily interval, and this is the adjusted for contract changes. This is a continuous chart. So I have these two tick. Okay, if you do have these two tick, your price level might be different from mine. So typically I do the adjusted and the use settlement as close on a daily basis. Okay, so it's 68.75. You can see that right now price is trying to break above this this wash line over there. So if you really want to long, okay, then maybe you want to wait at least price close above here, then you try for a long. Okay, don't be so anxious to go long now. Okay, it is in a downtrend, that kind of thing now. Okay, yep. All right, so this is what I would want to tell Melvin also. Don't be so eagerly to go long crude oil. If you want to skip it, don't have to in trade crude oil. Don't have to die trade crude oil. Okay, you can give it a miss. Okay. Right, okay. Of course, the proxy will be XLE, the energy sector, also not looking very good as well. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, you decide lah. Okay, I can't tell you what to buy or what to sell. Okay, but crude oil, even if I want to trade, most likely you'll be selling futures options, put options. Okay, all right. This is that, and then for the data here. Okay. So for the stocks that I am watching out for this coming week, as I mentioned, I'm still gravitating more towards the bearish side, right? So for this week, okay, I'm looking. In fact, I filter my stocks also from the from the biggest cap to the smallest cap. Okay, so I'm looking at IBM. Okay, IBM. I think most of you guys know, right? IBM. Okay, IBM, International Business Machine Corp. IBM. Okay. So IBM from 11 September to 23rd of October for the past 12 years, okay, 92% of time, okay, it went down during this favorable period. This is IBM, okay. So let's take a look at IBM right now, IBM. So you can see that, okay, it is, while it is continue to go higher, okay, from here, here, right? This is the high here to a swing high, okay, and then going high. You can see that, you know, it is actually going down. So there is actually a divergence from the elder force index with ATR channel over there, okay, and you can see that, okay, this IBM, right, you on the first glance you say, hey Alex, I don't see any wash line. Oh yes, you can see the it is actually have to go back to here where on this day 30th of August where price closed higher than the prior day high. Okay, it is still, eventually it closes below the wash line. But if you actually take a look at the 2-day time frame, yeah, it also does that. Yeah, so you know, sometimes I do look at the 2-day time frame, okay, daily, 2-day, weekly time frame, 2-day. Okay, so every single bar is 2-day. Every single bar is 2-day worth of time. Okay, so you can see that based on 2-day time frame. So the last was on the 5th. Okay, so tonight will be the start of the new 2-day time frame. So you can see that this bar where price closed higher than the lower bar, for the prior bar, the high it is actually 202.17. 202.17. Okay, so yeah, so price close lower than the wash line. If you go back to the daily, it is fine as well, just that it is a slightly lower. The wash line it is over here, but nevertheless, okay, all in all, price it is below the wash line, whether you're looking at the daily or the 2-day. So I'm looking for an opportunity to go for short here. Let's see whether IBM, okay, can go down in the time or week to time. Okay, all right, and then let me just remove this, okay, easier for to see. Okay, this is for IBM. Another one that I'm looking at is HCA healthcare. So the price action, it is pretty much similar. Okay, so once again, you know, it is pretty much extended, and then there is also a wash and rinse setup. So on the Thursday, price closed higher than the prior day high. So the prior day high on Wednesday, it is actually 397.16. 397.16. Okay, so you can see on Friday, price pushed higher and then came back down. It was down about 2.5%. So price is definitely below the wash line. Okay, all right, another potential to watch is where the price can go lower to the pivot point. Okay, so this is HCA healthcare. Another one that I am looking at, it is BK. BK, it is the Bank of New York Mellon. Okay, so you can see over there, the wash line is where the day where price closed higher than the prior day high. Okay, so it is on a Friday 30th, so 29th of August, it is the high. The high, it is 67.66. 67.66 over here. Okay, the price goes a little bit higher and then come back down. So below the wash line also, this is Bank of New York Mellon. Okay, all right, let's see where the price can go down lower or not. So for the Bank of New York Mellon, I forget to show you the data. So for BK, let's find Mellon. Bank of New York Mellon from 13th Sep to 30th of September, pretty short window for the past 13 years. Okay, 12 years it went down during this period. And then for HCA healthcare, it is here, 13th Sep to 17th of, no, not 17, it's the 13th Sep to 7th of October. For the past 10 years, 90% it went down during this period. The last one that I'm going to share with you is actually FIS. Is a tech stock. FIS is a Fidelity National Information Services. It is a tech stock under IT services. It is from the 10th of September, from 10th of September to 14th of October for the past 10 years. 90% of time it went down during this period. Okay, FIS. If you take a look at FIS, this is the Fidelity. So once again, pretty much the price action also pretty much similar. So this is the day where price closed higher than the prior day high. So the prior day high over there on the 29th of August, it is 81.83. 81.83. Okay, so on a Friday, price close below the wash line. So let's see whether the Fidelity can also go lower for the next 1 to 2 weeks also. Let's take a look. So all in all, these are the 4 stocks that is inside my watch list. Doesn't mean that I'm going to trade all 4 of them. Okay, right now I've already 3 positions. So let's see how these 4 stocks move in this coming week. Okay, all right. So yeah, with that, thanks so much for watching. So do tune in to tonight Facebook Live and also to the YouTube live stream as well. Once again, thank you and bye bye.